Hello everyone, and I've got a different video for ya, because today I'm going to be discussing some of my picks of current FNAF merch that I think is going to be worth big bucks in the future. Now before getting started, a few things must be said. So firstly, these are entirely my predictions. These items could be restocked years later, or the hype for FNAF in general could die down, which would negatively impact the aftermarket of these items. So yes, I'm talking solely from experience here. I didn't get Rick Sanchez's portal gun and warp into an alternate reality that's set 5 years into the future. Oh, and the other thing is I'm only going to be taking items into account that released in 2021 or 2022. Oh, and the final thing, in case you're wondering, by future I'm referring to about 3 to 4 years time. Oh, and on top of that, I'm only going to be discussing items that are easily accessible at the moment. So I'm not going to be talking about items such as the Chocolate Bonnie and Security Puppet plushies, because they're already going for prices way above their retail. Look, nobody likes a dragged on intro, so let's just get started with Funko. My first prediction is the Chocolate Bonnie action figure. Now, although you can't find them in stores anymore, you can still find it online pretty easily for around $15 brand new in box. The reason I think so is because he's the only non-exclusive figure from the set that actually exists in the FNAF AR game. Remember, one of the main things that determine the value of an item is how much demand there is for it. Chocolate Bonnie actually exists in the FNAF universe, which brings more likeness to the action figure. And on top of that, the action figure is also a very accurate representation of the character, so I predict that in the future it's going to be very sought after. He's also got a box design that no other action figure has, which just adds to how unique this figure is. My predicted price for this item in 3 to 4 years time would be $60. I suppose you could also include the Easter Bonnie action figure, because he also exists in the FNAF AR game, has a unique box design, and is also an exclusive, but getting that one at the moment is more difficult. You'd be spending around $25 to $30 for that, but I predict that in around 3 to 4 years time, it could be worth around $100. Up next is the Glitchtrap action figure. Now this one is incredibly easy to get at the moment. You can go onto Funko's official website, and he's still in stock right now. The main reason why I think this figure is going to become so valuable in the future is solely because of the character. You know, Glitchtrap is a very desired character in the FNAF community. The Glitchtrap action figure also does a pretty damn good job at capturing that iconic Glitchtrap look, and overall the action figure is just pleasing to look at, especially with that wonderful box design. Look, I know the Glitchtrap action figure is non-exclusive and you can get him pretty much anywhere at the moment for real cheap prices, but if you take other figures, for example, Funtime Freddy and Circus Baby, who were just as widely available as Glitchtrap is, about 5 years ago, well, if you look at their values now, they're up in like $200 to $300 now. One of the biggest factors of the aftermarket value is how much demand there is for the item, you know, so the character that it is and how accurate the figure is to the character are really huge factors, which is why I think Glitchtrap is going to become very valuable in the future. I put an estimated price on him in about 3-4 years time of $80. Up next, continuing in the Curse of Dreadbear action figure line, is the Captain Foxy action figure. Now this guy again is very common to find right now. You might not find him in stores too often, but if you look online you can get it for $15 or less. So 2 reasons why I think this one could become valuable in the future. Firstly is of course its exclusive status. It's only available at Walmart, so of course there'll be lots less made than the other figures. And secondly is the fact that it's a Foxy action figure. Foxy, well at least he was, the most popular character in the FNAF fandom, so any single Foxy action figure, especially when it looks as accurate as that figure, will be very sought after in the future, I believe. So if I were to put an estimated value on this in 3 to 4 years time, I would say around $80. I'd also like to shed some light on the other Captain Foxy item, that being the plushie. Again, it's a Walmart exclusive, but you can still find this guy online pretty easily for around $20. You don't really find him in stores much though. The reasoning is of course the exact same as the action figure, the fact that it's of a Foxy and it's a Walmart exclusive, but the other thing is just how much harder it is to get the Captain Foxy plush compared to the other Curse of Dreadbear plushies. The others have been overstocked so much that they're literally flooding Five Belows, and as the name of that store suggests, you can get them there for $5. That is literally half their retail price. They are literally flooding there too. Yes, of course, the base set will become fairly valuable in the future at some point, but it's going to be a much slower process than the Captain Foxy plush, I think. So give it free 4 years, and I'd reckon the Captain Foxy plush could get you $80 to $100. Up next, we've got the Funko Security Breach statues. Now, I think these are going to become valuable in the future for a ton of different reasons. Firstly is that these items already have a high retail price. These will cost you about $50 if you were to go into a store and buy these. I know they're not the most accessible, but I'm basing it off of retail price. And for the Vanny and Vanessa statue, you can go on eBay right now and get it for around $60 to $70. Another point is, of course, the demand. These are incredible pieces and are extremely accurate. And on top of that, they're based off of Security Breach, probably the most popular Five Nights at Freddy's game. Whenever Security Breach came out, when the hype was at the highest in December and January, these statues were fetching for insane amounts. I'm talking upwards of $500. Of course, the value has slowly crept down over time, but that Freddy and Gregory statue, notice how earlier I said that you can fetch the Vanessa and Vanny one for about $70. The Freddy and Gregory one will still cost you about $200 at the moment. It's really rare. So if I were to put an estimate on their aftermarket value in about 3 to 4 years time, I'm going to go pretty high here, but I'm going to reckon that the Vanny and Vanessa one will be about $300 and the Freddy and Gregory one will be about $500. The last Funko item I'd like to discuss for today, actually items, is both the Shamrock Freddy action figure and plushie. Two simple reasons: they're both Walmart exclusives and of course potential demand in the future. Shamrock Freddy also has a box design that no other has. Look, I know there's a bunch of other Funko FNAF AR merch, but I just don't see too much demand for them in the future. You know, Shamrock Freddy and Chocolate Bunny, they're the OGs. Anyhow, if I were to put an estimated value on the Shamrock Freddy items in the future, I'm gonna go ahead and predict possibly $100 each. Up next, let's talk about Youtooz, and of course we've got to start off with that gold Chrome Freddy. Look, here's the page on Yootooz's website for the awesome gold Chrome Freddy figure. Just look at how lovely this looks with its incredible box design. I can just tell you right now, there's going to be loads of demand for this beautiful figure in the future. But check this out. Sold out. And when did this come on the website? 2 days ago. It was in stock 2 days ago. And how long was it there for? 24 hours. That's it. The figure was available for 24 hours only, and that's it. Gone for good. It's never ever coming back. This item was made to be rare, and I can just tell you right now, in the future this is going to become one of the rarest pieces of FNAF merch. We've never had a piece of FNAF merch so limited before, so this is just a crazy piece. I really hope you got your orders in for this. It's a pre-order and it ships in October. I know sure as hell that I did, and I can't wait for it. This item is just going to be unbelievably rare. And just think about the fact that there would have been loads of fans out there who would have wanted one, but the fact that it's $30 means they wouldn't have been able to afford it at the time. So their only choice would be, you know, buy from resellers. Look, I'm not even sure what to predict for the aftermarket value in 3 to 4 years time of this piece because of how damn limited it was, but I'm gonna bet that it will for sure be at least $300. That's at least. Staying on the subject of Youtooz, I suppose you could really take any FNAF Youtooz figure for example, because I'm sure there's going to be a big demand for them. I'm sure there's going to be people out there in the future trying to collect every single one of them, and Youtooz generally doesn't really produce all that many of each figure. They don't last way too long, you know. Of course, none of them will end up being as valuable as the gold Chrome Freddy, but I'm sure there will still be quite a lot of value for these in the future. And last but not least are the Hex plushies. Any of them really. Of course, some of them will be a bit more valuable than others, solely based on whatever character it is. But I can imagine in the future all of them will become quite rare, especially since they're only available online and their actual retail price is $50. They're also incredibly accurate pieces, and they're super duper unique with the magnets and whatnot. There's not going to be another FNAF plush set that looks anything like them, which really makes them stand out. And the whole magnetic feature will mean there's going to be people who'd want every single one of them so that they can make as many crazy combos as they wish. So that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you'd like a part 2 because there are so many other items I could talk about. I just didn't want to go on too long. So thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you next time.